Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconces called the Port Washington. So these are very cool wall sconces. I would love to have these on my house. We're going to be using the same video for two different sizes. So we're going to be talking about the Port Washington 30 2820, and we're going to be talking about its larger brother, the 30 2830. So let's get into sizes first, and then we'll go into glass and finishes, and then I'll actually show you the fixture itself, which I have here, and I'm going to take it apart and we're going to look inside. So why don't we talk about the Port Washington, the smaller one, the 30 2820. That one is 23.4 inches tall, and it's 8 inches wide, and it's 3.9 inches in projection. And for those of you who are doing ADA compliant projects, if you're an architect, interior designer, and you need a wall sconce that is less than 4 inches in projection out, ADA compliant, Americans with Disabilities Act, for those of you who don't know, you can use this, and you can use this inside too. So this is going to be another one of our sconces that is ADA compliant, which will work in your projects. The larger one is 4.9 inches in projection, so that won't work, but this one will scoot right in, 3.9 inches, so it's less than 4 inches in projection. So why don't we talk about a few more things. Let's get into the next size up, 30 28 30. That one is larger, 30 inches tall, 10 inches wide, 4.9 inch projection. So why don't we talk about the glass first. So this is a very amazing piece of glass. I wish you guys could be here in person. It is heavy, thick, beautiful cast glass, and I'm just going to try to get this as close to you as I can to show you. You know, it's got all these little air bubbles trapped in it. It is just the most beautiful piece of optical glass I think I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of Hubbardton forged glass, but this thing is just flawless. And those bubbles are just trapped. It looks like they're trying to go up or down, and they're just kind of frozen in time. It's really cool. After that, why don't we talk about finishes? So if you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, scroll down until you see the Finishes Help Guide, and then when you see that, there's going to be a YouTube video on the top. You can watch that. The sconces that you guys want to be looking at are on a chart way down below, and it's going to say Coastal or New Coastal Outdoor Finishes. These are the finishes that are the epoxy powder coats I'm going to be talking about in a second, that keep you in Hubbardton Forge's limited lifetime warranty, which is pretty important. So why don't we talk about those finishes. Those are baked epoxy powder coats, and what they do is they form a shell around the aluminum fixture, which I have right here. So this is the coastal burnished steel. This is the smaller Port Washington. The glass will just fit right in here. And what happens is they finish the entire thing in one shot. So the parts are taken apart, but they're all finished. They go to a finish line. So even inside and outside, they have that finish on them. Hubbardton Forge's fixtures are made out of aircraft-grade aluminum. If you'd watched any of the videos I did on outdoor fixtures already, you know that when you go to any airport in the world and you see all those jet airliners out there, they're made out of aluminum, and they're made out of aluminum because it holds up better than any other material in the world outside in harsh weather. And there's no more harsh weather than an airliner at 40,000 feet in 40 degrees below zero, storms running around up there. And a lot of those airliners are like 20 or 30 years old that you're riding around on. So you can see how beautifully it holds up. If it holds up like that, it's going to hold up on your sconces. That's why Hubbardton Forge can offer a limited lifetime warranty. And those, like I said, the epoxy powder coats just form this hard shell on everything. So we can be on the most harsh weather, like the coast of Maine or Washington State or Miami, where you get those hurricane force winds all the time, and this thing will just hold up beautifully. So when you go to their website, HandmadeInVermont.com, go down to the very bottom of the front page, and you're going to see that limited lifetime warranty link there. Give that a click. It's for residential use only, but it's going to walk you through how these are going to be part of the architecture of your house, which is a great thing, and they're going to be with you for good. They're probably going to be staying with the house, or you might take them with you if you guys ever move. But you're not going to be replacing sconces every few years, so just kind of keep that in mind. It's a really big deal when you're spending real money on something, I think anyway. So why don't we move on to what's going to go inside this. So it's going to give you a couple options. It's going to give you the option for what's called an A15, and this is an A15 bulb and a porcelain socket. There's two sockets in this. I'm going to show you that in a second, but I'll show you the two bulbs that you can do. So this is an A15, and this is a par 16 reflector. These are both LEDs, just so you know. If you're going to go into incandescent bulbs, you have a 60-watt limit. However, you don't need to. They make great LEDs that are going to fit into this. And this one's only a 4.5-watt LED. There's two of them in there. It's called, I got this at Home Depot right off the shelf. It's called Echo Smart. And I think these are actually made by Cree for Home Depot, which is a really solid brand for LEDs. So each one of these is 4.5 watts. It's going to project a lot of light out, which is going to go right into this glass. The light's going to pass into this glass, and you're going to see those air bubbles just kind of explode. Just this great look where the light's going to reflect and refract off those little air bubbles inside the glass. And on the bottom of this, you can see I already have one of those bulbs inside that. It's open on the bottom. So what happens is that you're going to have light coming down from the bottom of the sconce. It's going to be eliminating the ground, so your walking areas are going to be eliminated. So you can see the other sconce is going to be sending light up into the glass, which is going to be sitting here. So let me take this bulb out, because I actually have one of these in here, and you can kind of see me taking it out like that. And then there are these two rounded little tabs that unscrew. So we're going to take those out. There's one. This is the sample that's going in our showroom, just so you know. Okay, now I can take this bottom part off and show you the inside. So you can see how this is all finished, all inside, the whole thing. Hubbardton doesn't skimp on finishing like other manufacturers, just so you know. So this is your setup. So when it's easy, you obviously see how easy it is to replace these bulbs too, so you're not going to be fumbling around. So you could put, the A15 in here, but like I said, I would go for the PAR 16s, because you're going to get this really focused beam of light. One of them is going to be going up and hitting the glass, and the other one's going to go down onto the ground, so it's going to work out great. And there you go. That's a good thing. So what do we talk about next? The top of this is closed, so you're not going to get any water into this. There's going to be, this is a clear diffuser, and what this does is it fits down over the glass part of this, like that, I think. And it's going to keep the rain from getting into the socket area to keep that all protected. So this is going to be coming with it too, just kind of keep that in mind. I don't think there's much else to talk about. It's just a really cool fixture. I love it, love it, love it. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from us, HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer that has 90-day returns and no restocking fees, so just keep that in mind. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton generally is 3 to 4 weeks out the door, but we do have a rush program, and it cuts that time in half. So if you're doing multiple items that are exactly the same, so let's say you wanted 3 or 4 of these, and you wanted them faster than that 3 to 4 weeks, cuts the time in half, and it's very inexpensive. So just contact us for information about that. Like I said, shipping is free, no tax if we ship out of Vermont, 90-day returns. Check our website for details on that. Rush program. We also have a huge showroom here in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors, and we also have a clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. You have to come in here to use the clearance center, but a lot of people are going to do that. Showroom is open from every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. Phones are every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, and I am here to answer questions. 802-446-2400. Our website also has tons of information. You can also go on our site on the page for this or any of the Hubbardton products, and there's a lot of cool things. There's going to be a installations instructions PDF, so you can actually see the whole inside of this, how it goes on, the mounting height, where it's going to rest, where this actually mounts on your building, the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the electrical outlet box. That kind of stuff's important when you guys are doing things. How big the back plate is, so you know how big a block to cut, those kind of things. So those are right on our website. The other thing on our site is a what's on display page, and you're going to be able to see that on the left-hand side. That's going to show you everything we have in the showroom that you guys can come look at before you come. It's going to show you what the finish is on things, what the glass is, what the lampshades are, and it's just a plethora of information for you. So I think that kind of covers pretty much everything. We talked about glass, the cool piece of glass. We talked about the finishes, how it's made out of aluminum with the powder coat. And we talked about the limited lifetime warranty, which you guys are going to go look at. And think that covers everything. We also have these great vacation rentals here in Vermont, so if you want to stay with us, we have these condos and we have houses that are dog-friendly and kid-friendly right here in Wallingford. So that's stayinvermont.org. So I'm going to let you go because my phone's ringing. Thanks for stopping in. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.